Hello and a very warm welcome to another new episode of Colors of India. I am Teena Jha with the weekly roundup of all the culturally relevant stories from across the city. Our highlights this week are a Bharatanatyam recital by renowned dancer Sathyanarayan Raju, followed by a Japanese kite and top exhibition and some yummy northeastern delights. His expressions were worth a million. His recital had all the poise and grace. Yes, we are talking about none other than renowned Bharatanatyam dancer from Bangalore, Sathyanarayan Raju, who recently performed in Delhi, expressing a Rama Katha, where Ram is explored through the eyes of the others.
Dance is an expression of the soul, and it would be wrong to say that these subtle aspects of Indian classical dances are mastered just by the women. Carving a niche for male dancers like him is Bangalore-based Sathyanarayan Raju. A maestro of Bharatanatyam, he is one of the senior students of the late Guru Narmada. Combining the intrinsic elements of Bharatanatyam, Bhav, Rag and Tal, he presented Rama Katha.
When you see the Rama story, as Rama, he doesn't have any episodes like Rama. Around the Rama only there are so many episodes. Through that characters, Rama is being highlighted. When we are doing characters, it's real tiredness, there it comes. So it's very difficult and it takes some time for me to come out of these characters. And after the program, I really need 1 week to come out of these characters, and I keep those characters will keep coming and I improvise on those things.
Ram Katha was an insightful repertoire which depicted the main character Ram using the various other characters he was associated with. Beginning with Ram's mother Kaushalya, Satyanarayan performs his lasya with sobriety and dignity. Here, he shows the mother taking care of little Ram.
I was pleasantly surprised and loved the whole idea because Rama is so dear to everybody and the epic itself is so... every time you watch it, it does something to you. So he did a great job, and I thought the musicians also were wonderful. And as a concept, I liked it because it picked up some traditional pieces and added some lyrics of his own. So I thought the whole concept worked and very aesthetically done with minimalistic props. And it's always difficult to hold a whole evening all by yourself with one concept and one theme. And I thought he did it very well.
Turning to another epic episode in Ramayana, Satyanarayan next depicted the love between Ram and Sita. Performing to a kirtan on Rag Bhairavi, Ram here is so blinded by the moon-like beauty of Sita that he cannot take his eyes off him. Portraying both genders with ease on stage, it was his expressions that did all the talking.
It's a brilliant performance. He's a fantastic dancer. The way he expressed the various characters were just amazing, really amazing. And beautifully choreographed. The music was brilliant. It was just a holistic experience, really. And to see a man dancing like this was especially very good.
His piece where he depicts Ram's relation with his father and king, Dashrath, was gripping. It is here the viewer collides with Mantra's character, who is considered to be the reason behind Ramayana, as she fills Kaikai's mind with the thought of sending Ram away. As he shifted roles continuously, maintaining the flow of the story was essential, and Sathyanarayan did not disappoint.
Indeed, a treat to the eyes. His flawless enactment of female characters surely brought out his dexterity. Next, we take you to an exciting, colourful exhibition of Japanese kites and tops. Brought from different prefectures and cities in Japan, this exhibition is a reflection of Japanese culture.
Hanging from the walls, they all seem removed from their natural element. But with about 80 kites and 50 tops on display, the Japan Foundation's Kites and Tops exhibition is more a trip down memory lane. History has it that the first kite appeared in Japan during the Heian period in 8th century AD. Back then, they were called paper hawks. Made of readily available objects like paper, bamboo and hemp thread, kite making soon became an art form in Japan. Earlier, only the nobility could afford it, but during the Edo period in 17th century, commoners also started flying them.
There's a tradition like if there's a child is born in a family, they write the child's name or maybe draw some kind of superhero or some cartoon character, and then they fly the kite and believe like that if the kite is going very high, their child will be healthy and will become something like a great and famous person.
Kites have a symbolic significance in Japan. Not only were they used to share messages, but they also helped to ward off evil. Some of them were painted with demon faces, while others had their tongues sticking out. Made with the woodblock printmaking method, the art form is awaiting a rediscovery. Like kites, tops have always been high on the list of every child. Tops came to Japan from China and Korea about 1200 years ago, and now Japan has about 1000 kinds of tops ranging from twisted to rubbed to stringed and thrown tops.
Tops are fantastic. I mean, in India what we have is just one of these, it's a standard thing, but they have a lot of variations, different sorts of tops, and once you pull the string, it rotates for a longer time. So, a little bit more of science has gone into it.
A good top is one that spins well on its axis, which means to create a perfect top, the maker has to know the center of gravity. Now, who can say that physics hasn't anything to do with play and toys?
The colourful variety of kites reminds us of our childhood days, isn't it? But in Japan, these kites hold a deeper, significant meaning. Known as paper hawks, these kites are considered good omen for any Japanese family. Well, with that, we head into a very quick break, a special Children's Day segment on the other side. Stay with us. Coming up next is a special cultural assembly for children, followed by a Carnatic flute recital. Welcome back. History and heritage are the backbone of any civilization. And to keep them alive and vibrant, it is very important that the children participate actively. That's exactly what the National School of Drama's Bal Sangam was aimed at, providing the perfect learning and the launch platform to the younglings.
smiling little faces, their confident movements hiding the fact that they are still novices on stage. It's the silver jubilee of the NSD's Theatre in Education, or the Sanskar Rangtoli this year. The children are part of its 8th Bal Sangam 2013 that marks the start of an year-long event for Delhiites. Along with the traditional folk dances from the northeast, the festival is dedicating an entire week to children.
Children, those who are learning, or maybe the children, those who have background of traditional folk artists, or maybe they belong to folk families, folk theatre family, folk artist family. So this should be provided with a platform, and that is also a platform of national magnitude. And that's why we have started this Bal Sangam, and you can see the children coming from all over India, and specifically this year Northeast is the focus.
The Northeast is famous for its rich and rare art forms, and this festival is among the most significant platforms dedicated to bringing these tribal arts back into focus. One interesting dance is the Solakia. It comes from the South Mizoram and is considered a ceremonial victory dance performed by the winning side after a tribal war.
बच्चों को दोबारा से ये आइडिया देने के लिए कि जो आपके पेरेंट्स जो चीज़ें करते थे, जो फॉर्म और जो प्रैक्टिसेस थी उनकी, वो बहुत ही यूनिक प्रैक्टिसेस हैं और वो उनको नहीं छोड़नी चाहिए, चाहे टेक्नोलॉजी और बाकी चीज़ें, एजुकेशन किसी दूसरे मायने में बहुत आगे भी जाए, लेकिन ये बहुत बड़ी एजुकेशन है, इसके साथ उनको जुड़े रहना चाहिए।
Fishing is a very crucial activity in Assam, and Jakoi is a dance dedicated to the fisher community. Jakoi in Assamese means a bamboo scoop or basket used to catch fish. Dressed colorfully in traditional attire, the movements are delicate as they are fascinating.
The tiny kids, the ages, I really want to know what is the lowest age that they're going with. And perfect coordination, beautiful movements, lovely dresses, and a wide variety, I must say. You can always learn outside school. And this is where I think we are also learning as grown up what the children can do. Very, very creative, I must say.
The festival is an attempt to evoke the feeling of a carnival for the children. The Wangla Nritya of Meghalaya was another enticing piece. The ceremonious dance performed by young as well as the old is a way of people to thank the gods for a good harvest.
An all-in-one experience. Such vibrant experiences are the best way to introduce new ideas and cultures to the children. Next, we get you a performance by Manda Anantha Krishna, an artist who is known for fluently conversing through his flute.
For the year 2011, the Sangeet Natak Academy awarded 32 young artists with the Ustad Bismillah Khan Yuva Puruskar. One of them was Carnatic flutist Manda Anantha Krishna. Ananthakrishna won the award for his outstanding achievements and dedication for music.
It is very important if they have sustained their art form till the age of about between the ages of 28 and 40, then we consider the best among them to the award would be a huge booster, because it immediately gives them certain recognition in the industry, in their fraternity, and immediately it will bring the eyes of the senior gurus.
Anantha started with an invocation to the Almighty with Mahaganapate. The flute is considered an epitome of Indian culture, as it has a special mythological connection to Lord Krishna. Anantha's rendition made it all the more special.
It's a stepping stone to get some more things to do like this, and to create more things to do in my concerned field, and it boosts up, and I'm really happy to get this, and I hope all the young artists definitely we should get some recognition to do their best in their particular fields.
The flute, accompanied by violin and mridangam, created a music that was well appreciated. As each instrument complemented the other, a solo piece of the mridangam created a powerful ambience altogether.
Suppose say a string instrument who are playing, that artist, that works on their nerves. There is a link for some yoga treatment will go through the nerves. And while play rhythm percussionist, it is a physical exercise completely. And the other one is wind instruments. This is completely a lung exercise and digestive system. So that is the reason music as a science, music as yoga.
Most Carnatic pieces are written for vocal presentation. Vast reserves of breath and control are hallmarks of a great flutist. Anantha's presentation made it seem as if his flute is actually singing.
Calm and soothing. That performance surely was a stress buster. Time for us to slip into another quick break. When we come back, we take you to a gastronomical journey to northeastern India. Don't go anywhere. Up next is a delicious spread of non-vegetarian food from the northeast region. Stay tuned. Welcome back. The Indira Gandhi National Centre for Arts recently organised a festival in the national capital showcasing the traditional and cultural heritage of the northeast region. And obviously, food attracted us the most. So let's take you straight to the food stalls serving a variety of northeastern delicacies.
Hello and welcome to Food Trail with me, Shubhra Mukherjee. We're amidst the Northeast Festival, and this time I'm going to take you through the culinary and the cultural delights of the Seven Sisters. So come and join me. Similar yet distinct. The land of the Seven Sisters is home to India's largest collection of tribal communities who migrated into Indian land via Burma. Forming into prominent tribal groups, each maintains its own identity in terms of culture of language, art, and most importantly, food. Living closely with nature, The cuisine of these regions is mostly simple and largely non-vegetarian, and also inspired by the Burmese and Chinese cooking styles. But sadly, this richness remains unexplored till date, and through initiatives like the Northeast Festival, the gap between them and the other states bridges.
We don't use oil. Yes, everything is steam. We eat a lot of rice, that is steamed rice. We eat, you name it, pork, chicken, fish, everything we steamed. So if you buy, I've been living in Delhi for so many years, and I just 1 liter of oil, it will last me like 3 months.
As the food is very different from the rest of India, foodies from all corners of the city thronged throughout the day to get the authentic flavors of Northeast. This cuisine involves using a lot of natural ingredients like dried yam and bamboo shoot and many different herbs. Organic tea leaves wrapped in bamboo and the best ghost chilies were there for the people to buy.
Most of the people, they don't know that Northeast cuisine is a vast cuisine. We have 100 types of herbs, to put in. And talking about that, now people have really, they are attracted to Northeast food as it is good for health. It has all these herbs and all, it has medicinal properties.
From dawn till dusk, many mouths explored the tasty dishes, and finally it was my time too. A little bit of every state was what I preferred to get a holistic experience. So first I introduced my taste buds to deep fried pork ribs served with some crunchy veggies, along with Assam's chicken korika cooked with rare herbs, and much more.
Now I've had the pork ribs over here, and I must say they are very, very tender and very succulent. The meat is very juicy because of the thick lining of fat which the pork rib comes along with, and this makes all the difference to a pork meat. And if you love Northeastern cuisine, then this is the first dish you taste.
The main course was more like home-cooked comfort food. Fish is a favorite in Tripura and Assam due to the close proximity to the Bay of Bengal. The other staple is rice, a dominant cereal of the region, and along with different pork preparations. A pleasing meal which was simple and satisfying.
Now this is the fish curry that I just had. It is very similar to the mache jhol, the Bengali version of fish curry from the Bengal side that we have. And as I'm a Bengali, fish is a very staple item in our household. So this is very, very tasty. It has a subtle tangy taste because of the elephant apple that has been used, or chalta as we call it. Really nice, and a unique flavor of fish that you'll get.
And finally, I preferred to end my meal with Nagaland's special soup.
After having so many chutneys and a variety of gravies, this soup, the amrusu soup, which is made with rice and shredded chicken, is a taste easer because it has subtle flavors, and the added lemony hint to it gives you the essential cooling effect in your mouth, which is very essential after this very spicy meal.
After that culinary delight, it was time for a musical marathon. Assamese music sensation Zubin Garg was among the many that brought in the magic of the Northeast.
That food walk must have been a delight for the non-vegetarians. Well, with those scrumptious bites and lively music, it's time for us to take your leave. Keep sending us your feedback and suggestions onto our Facebook page. We'll see you same time next week with more cultural stories. Until then, goodbye and take care.